What's up? What's up? What's good, family? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's good, fam? How y'all doing? How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's good, fam? How y'all doing? What's good, family? How y'all doing? Peace and love, family. How y'all doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Family, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Yo, what's good, fam? We're gonna start in 1 minute, family. We're gonna start in 1 minute. Gonna give a few people a couple minutes, a minute or something to get in. So in 2 minutes we're gonna start. Soon to go to 2 minutes we're gonna start. What's good, family? How y'all doing? Kevin, Sip, I am Capra L, Chill Out, Sheriff Wilson, David. How you doing, fam? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love. How y'all doing? Everybody watching the Super Bowl tonight? I've been hearing about it. Everybody been talking about the Super Bowl. Yo, 10 more seconds, fam. 10 more seconds, family. We gonna talk. What's good, family? What's going on? What's going on, fam? Yo, peace and love, family. Tonight we're gonna be talking about breaking the banks. This part two. I made a part one, I wanna say, a few months back when we was living in Chicago and everything like that, right? So, um, I guess if it's some new people on here, let me just explain my situation. So, I've been teaching people about credit. We've been talking about credit, personal credit, how to build it, what certain factors that the credit bureaus look at, and what things you need on your credit report. Now, it's been a long journey, and I've been going through the process of buying a home, right? So, once I went through that process, I ended up closing on the mortgage and etc. Now, the problem was I had to wait a long, 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 long time. I waited from the time of closing until now. That's literally 4 months. Yeah, so 4 months, right? So I waited 4 months and everything like that for the mortgage to hit. And now after all of this time, after so many payments I made and nothing showed up my credit report, it finally came, right? So the mortgage hit my credit report today. It hit my TransUnion. Now usually it hit everything afterwards. So I know Experian gonna update in the morning, and so I'm gonna see it updated on my Experian account. Now people might ask, why is that important? Like why should we care about a mortgage, right? When I teach people about the credit bureaus and how the bank judges a person's credit profile, it's very important to know that that plays the major part, because understand this. One thing that every banks look for is stability. Anybody they lend to, they want to know, do you or are you stable? And most people are not stable because, remember, when they see you moving around address to address, or you living in a situation, or if you're in a situation where you don't own a real estate or anything like that, you are considered a high risk borrower, right? Now, will I say you can't borrow anything? No, that's not true at all. But the banks have their own data points, and they also have their leverage on their levels on how they view us, right? So you might be a person probably with an auto loan on your credit, few credit cards, and you might be in a position to borrow 20, 30,000 at a time. You might be a person with two auto loans on your credit, and you might can borrow up to 50,000, right? And it might be a person with two auto loans with a home on their credit, and they might can be in a position to borrow over 150,000 to 250,000 or even a million, right? So that's one of the most important things to understand is credit criteria, and also how the credit bureaus look at your credit report, especially when it comes to lending, right? So when I make videos about breaking the bank, most people try to think like, what is he talking about? Like, what do you mean legally robbing a bank? I use the phrase legally robbing a bank because it's almost like it's like you're robbing them, because it's like the average consumer, the average person who work a job would not understand the fact that there's people can literally go to any bank and apply for, let's just say, a business credit card and get a $50,000, $60,000 limit. Or a person might go into a bank and ask them for a business unsecured line of credit and they can borrow 150,000. So when I be talking about breaking the banks, I want you guys to understand the banks, understand how the banks lend, and etc. Right? So now we passed a strong breaking point. The mortgage. That's one thing that I was looking for. That's one thing that actually showed up after so much time. So now, what's the next step? The next step is to point my dots. Dot my T's. Right. So since I waited for that, remember everything else on my credit report is good. I took all collection accounts off. I took all of my inquiries off. Only thing left is I had a late payment, but not recent. This was back in the summertime. It was for an account that I had to dispute, but it wasn't like intentional. It was actually something else. Like they didn't have my card information or something. Something very small. So that's the last piece that I need just in my puzzle. Because I need to make sure that everything is perfect when you go into these banks. And I'm gonna give you guys a list. I actually found one more bank. They'll lend up to 150,000. Now they'll do this without documentation. It's called Byline, right? Now, Byline is almost like a blue van or something like that. And this bank is pretty much like an online bank, and they'll lend anybody, capital with a 650 credit score. And that's one thing that the banks be lying, right? So when people be going to these websites and the banks say stuff like, "Oh, all you need is a minimum of a 600 credit score, you can get approved." Now, I know most of y'all got a 600 credit score. I know most of y'all have a 650 credit score. But the problem is, what data points do you look at? And that's one thing that the banks always lie to us, because data points and your profile actually shows your credit worthiness. But every bank have their own credit criteria. So that's why I do my research personally, just to give it back to you guys. Because when I look at people's credit report, I know certain banks because I had relationships with them. Like Chase, I know I had a good relationship with Chase. Bank of America, I got a relationship with Bank of America. Uh, Navy Fed, I got a relationship with Navy Fed, and the list go on and on, right? So when banks give out false advertisement and say, "Hey, you just come to our bank and we give you a credit card," and let's just say you got to have a 620 credit score, but you're not clarifying it exactly what's on my credit. Because what if I'm a person who just got out of college and I want a credit card? So they have to specify what do they want on someone's credit report. And so when I looked through all the data points, the one of the main things that I seen was banks hate lending to people who are high risk. High risk is those who never took on major debt. High risk would be those who don't have a long credit file. That means you don't have many accounts that you're dealing with. I'm gonna show you how it can work, right? Now, taking on a lot of credit would be like you got a lot of miscellaneous accounts, right? Let's just say you had 3 secured cards, 3 credit cards. Let's just say none of them is over 1,000. That's a lot of accounts, right? Which is good for your credit report because it shows credit payment history, right? Now the bank is going to cap you at a certain amount. So if you do have let's just say you got a good credit report and you might have 3 secured cards, 3 credit cards. The bank can trust you with another credit card, but the credit card might not be as high as you think it's going to be. So you might go in there with $1,000 worth of credit history on your back, and they might say, "Hey, your potential is only 2,500 of credit that we can give you." So that if they extend you 2,500 in credit, that's what you cap at. You get what I'm saying? So when I mean by taking on debt, let's just say you took on a home, right? Let's just say if the home is 150,000. So now you're used to taking on major debt, right? So that's why I say home loan is one of the highest loans you can get, but it's also almost like a safety net to any bank, especially anything you want. Say if you want an auto loan, easy. Because guess what? If you was ever to default on a loan, the bank know that you own a property. They know that where they can find you, and they also know where they can serve you, just in case you ever lock it into your garage, and they can file a lawsuit and serve you with the papers. You get what I'm saying? So they like stability before they lend to anyone. They will lend to a person who have a 620 credit score with a mortgage on their credit report than a person who have a 780 and they don't have nothing on their credit report. So that's when criteria come into play, because criteria is one of the main things that banks look at. Because remember, I always say a mortgage loan is an installment account, and installment accounts rank the highest when it comes to the credit decision. You got auto loans, it's almost second to highest, because auto loan is an installment as well. Personal loans, those are installment accounts. A secure line of credit or secured loan, right? That is an installment account as well. You got credit cards. Credit cards will be revolving accounts, right? So all of this stuff right there creates a perfect mix, right? And when you take on this major debt, and when you take on, like, houses and everything like that, you look good to the bank. Or if you took on a vehicle, 30, 40,000. Now the problem with taking on a car versus a house, right? The banks don't expect you to pay back a $150,000 house within 3 to 6 or even 24 months of payment history. But in a car situation, it does. So it matters if you have a $40,000 car that you've been paying on for a year versus having a $40,000 car that you only paid for 1 month. The debt is substantial, but the amount of time that it takes to pay back the debt is also like, it's almost like you have to pay up a certain amount for a car to get looked at as a high as a low risk borrower. You get what I'm saying? So a mortgage, you're not going to pay a 30-year mortgage in 2 years or even 3 years or even 4 years, right? So of course they're going to look at it like, he's not going to pay instantly, but the amount of debt that he took on, we can trust this individual. And there'd be situations where when they trust you, where you don't have to show tax returns, you don't have to show certain financials, you don't have to be in a position where you have to add a cosigner, because you are the cosigner. When you in those positions, you are the cosigner. You get what I'm saying? And so now, like I said, family, now it's time to take action. Everything over with now. So all that, me going back on live and me going over everything, we did the talking. Now it's time to do the walking. I've been doing this as far as like getting credit cards, getting major good credit cards, but now it's time to go up even higher, because I know so many institutions that give lines of credit to businesses without documentation. So just with my credit criteria alone, we can see 200-300 in the first month. So this month, my goal is to go out to 200. Now 200 might not be on one loan. 200 can be split upon 3 financial institutions, and that can be 200,000 of business line of credit. And let me show you how a business line of credit works. So let's say if I go through Byline, right? Byline is another banking institution. Let's say if I go and apply for them and I get approved for the 150,000, right, all the way up to 150,000. Oh, so let's just say I get approved up to 150,000. Now, the payments don't start until you pull out. So a line of credit is not like a loan. A loan is like they send the money to your account. It's like a loan. You pay them back on a month-to-month basis. A line of credit is something that you have available immediate to you at any time you want. So if you need 150,000, off that 150,000, you can use it, and they only going to charge you interest on what you use. So let's just say you got 150,000, right? But you only use 80,000. So that 80,000 is going to be used towards your payment back. So everything else don't have interest added to it, because those are not the funds that you're using. That's the same thing similar to a HELOC, like a home equity line of credit. So that's the same thing. It's very similar when you're dealing with that, right? So, that's gonna be my first play. Second play, one of the goals is I want to go to a lot of institutions that run soft pulls. That means they won't drag your credit or anything. That means they do a soft pull on your credit. You ain't got to worry about your credit score or anything being affected. Once they run the credit and they see he have a good credit criteria, you meet all of the factors that the bank's looking for, then the banks can come back and say, hey, sir, you've been approved for, let's just say, Chase business line of credit. We can give you up to 125,000. So you put a 150 plus 120, that's $270,000. That's my goal right there. But it don't stop right there, because remember, you wanna create assets everywhere you go. So you don't stop right there. If you can get 2, 3 business line of credit from 2 institutions, you go to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 institutions. So you can borrow 100 here, 100 there, 50 there, 50 there. Look at it like this. There's a building in your city. You can take that business line of credit and put it down on a building, and you can finance it through your bank. And you probably could put five. You really a lot of institutions accept 5% down, especially if you got an LLC or a corp. When you got an LLC or a corp, you can get 2, 3 buildings, 4 buildings, 5 buildings, and you rent those out. Or if you don't want to rent no buildings out, if you want to find buildings to build up or renovate and resell them, you can do that as well. So, like I said, family, this time it's time now. No more plans, no more games, there's no more talking. We all to the next step. And the same strategy that I'm teaching you guys, the same stuff that we're talking about, you can execute it yourself. You don't need me. You actually can do it yourself. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be the brightest person in the world. You just got to understand. Just have basic common sense, and you can do anything you want. And it don't stop right there, because I'm going to be bringing you guys a lot of banks, a lot of institutions, a lot of things. And also, for those who don't understand credit criteria, those who want to learn like how to build their credit criteria, hit me up. I got a process for that, whatever you're looking for. Let me read some of these comments, family. Yo, what's up, fam? How you doing? Peace and love. What do you do with a tenant that won't pay? You have to take them to court, especially if you live in a judicial state. But if you're a landlord, it's some clauses in your contract that you can add yourself, and basically you can say it's a clause in there that says waiver of jury trial. That means for an eviction you don't have to go through. You can say this is the non-judicial notice. So pretty much if they default, you can just kick them out the same day. You can just call the sheriff and they sign a clause in there. You get what I'm saying? They can understand the clause, and you can send that to the court. And also, you can have your tenants record verbally to say that if I was to miss one payment, the landlord can, at his own discretion, kick me out, and they can waive all rights. Most people gonna look at that and sign it when they first do it, because they don't expect them. They don't expect themselves to struggle. They don't expect nothing to happen. So when it comes, it's like, oh my God, I signed it. So yeah, you can. I just don't want to be a landlord right now, family. I'm thinking about it, but I think it's too much with being a landlord. I think the best thing to do is buy properties and fix them up and resell them. Me personally, I'm building brand new houses and reselling them. But if you want to deal with like renovation and stuff like that, I would renovate a lot of properties and I'll resell them. And the reason why is more capital. You don't have to worry about just because some people like cash flow. I don't care about cash flow. I care about just making like lump sums. You get what I'm saying? So if I can make $70,000 on one property, and you only making 50, $60,000 a year off of one property, I'd rather take the 70,000 every time I sell a property. Because what if I touch 7, 8, 9 properties within a year? What if I touch 10, 12 properties? What if I touch 13, 14 properties? You get what I'm saying, family? So it's best to go that way unless you got a apartment complex where you at least got 40, 50 tenants, like 40, 50 rental units. If you're in a position where you got 40, 50 rental units, then yeah, you're in a better situation. Yeah, that sounds way more better, because there'd be way more passive income. But if you only got a property where you got about 3, 4 units, or 10 units is okay too. Arguably 10 units is okay too. But if you got like anything under 10, it's like almost, it's okay, but it's not. Real talk. Family, I'm new to your page. Peace and love, family. Sip. Peace and love. Just got out of work, man. That's good, bro. That's good. Jada, what's up, fam? How you doing? What's going on, family? So, yeah, family, it's time. It's time, y'all. It's time. It's time. It's time. Go to the next step. It's time to keep building. It's time to get these properties. I talked to my mortgage lender, right? So when I call him, I'm asking him, I'm like, hey, how much is it, to do a construction loan? Construction loan is when the bank is going to finance the percent that you put down, and they're going to give you the remainder to finance it. And I'm like, how much do I need to finance it? He told me, he said 5% down, 5% down. So you need me to come over $50,000 and I can borrow $1 million. Bet, 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 bet. Like that, you win. You win just like that. If I can borrow $50,000, right, which I'm gonna do this month, you borrow $50,000, you can take that right to my lender. They're gonna close the whole entire deal. After you close the entire deal, you're gonna have your land to build on. You're gonna have your general contractors. You're gonna have your laborers. You're gonna have your electrician, your plumber, your HVAC. You're gonna have your city permits. You're gonna have your foundational and construction plan, your full layout, just like that. I told you, family, you're gonna borrow $1 million. That's my goal, borrowing $1 million and turn that $1 million to 1.4, walking away with $400,000 in profit. Because $1 million going towards paying the builders, I'm going towards paying the general contractors, going towards paying the electrician. I'm controlling the whole entire project. The only thing I need is people to tell other people what to do, and you just run it like that. And that's it. You just borrow money. I'm borrowing money to borrow money. Look, ain't that crazy? I'm gonna tell you how the system works. I am borrowing money to take that money that I borrowed to go borrow some more money, and taking that money that I borrowed to use other people's labor and time, and receive money off that. And I can take that money, that 400,000, and I can take that to borrow. Just understand that. Just understand that little concept right there. That's it. No more, no less. No more, no less. No more, no less. No more, no less. That's it. My mortgage lender is Cross Country Mortgage. You don't have to. My loan officer, it's a billion loan officers that deals with cross country mortgage. I could give you my mortgage lender contact information. You would just have to contact me and say, hey, can you send over his info, and I'll send it over to you. His name is Omar, family. His name is Omar. He's good people, and yeah, you can get a construction loan just like that. You just gotta have your credit right. You gotta come in with your credit right. Your credentials got to be right and everything. Yeah, family, you got to come in just like that. And then it don't stop right there. You can do way more with that. If you get 100,000, what would you do with it? If you get 200,000, what would you do with it? You know, got to learn how to use it too. You know, I don't want anybody to be in a position to get no money and then they end up losing it. Then you got to start all the way back over. You know how hard it is starting back over on the credit side. But don't get me wrong, I know people that really got 200,000 and they blew it and they got to start all the way back over. But they still, it's like y'all got to understand, like this stuff is really a game, family. This stuff is a game, family. But sometimes this game is taking, it'll take a long time. Sometimes this game is stressful. Sometimes this game is time consuming. But once you play the game right, you win. You win the game. You continue winning the game. If I would learn this, that could have cut. Look, just that alone cuts every entrepreneur time expense. You got entrepreneurs, they might start when they 19 or 20, and might not get rich until they 30s or 40s because they got misinformation. They was told this, they was told that, and they wasn't on point with a lot of stuff. So I just want to be in a position to teach other entrepreneurs, like, look, you can start right here, start right there, and no cost, just free. Just this information right there. You take that, you sit down on it, you study it, you say, okay, what's on my credit report? Okay, I got 3 inquiries. I need to dispute those off. Those uh, creating, those are hindering me. Then you might say, I got 2 collection accounts. I want to dispute those. You take those 2 collections off. Now, since you have a clean credit file, what's the next thing you want to do? Enhance your profile. Enhance it means add more accounts, add more installments. Now, you might not be in a position to borrow 100,000, but what if you're in a position to borrow 5,000, 10,000? That could take you a long way, especially if it's strategic and you use it the correct way. Most people want to come in the game and they say, hey, I want to borrow 100,000. That's a dream. You know how hard it is to be in a position to borrow 100,000 just off the rip? You know what type of credit you got to have to borrow 100,000 and without them people looking at any financials or anything? Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, the bank's giving the money out, but they ain't gonna just give it to you like that. Now, like you got to at least show some form of competency. They're not just gonna give you 100 just because you said so, just because it might sound right. No, they're gonna give you 100,000 because they hoping that you paying them back. They can get their little interest back. It don't really matter. We'll pay them back. But now, you know, I'll take that, borrow that, pay them back, and do the same thing. Just keep going. Right, like I said, I'm switching over from e-commerce to real estate. I'm gonna be a real estate mogul. That's my goal, to be a real estate mogul, and really, really win. E-commerce is my thing too. I do both. I do e-commerce and I'm doing real estate now. I've been having I have been having building plans for the last 2 3 years, but now I'm in a position to finally get some lending, get some real lending. Like all them little cards I had was cool. Like I had $27,000 cards and $7,000 cards. Then I had another $7,000 card. That was okay. But when are we going to get to the real thing? When are we going to, get to that real, that's, hold on. Data furnish, yeah, yeah. So I already finished my website, and the only thing I got to do now is I got to complete my website because right now, for my website right now, you guys can check it out, megashippingtrade.com. I got so much stuff I got to add on my website. I got to put a lot of stuff on there because honestly, to me, that website is not the best when it comes to getting my data furniture agreement. So I got to do that again. That's probably one of the hardest things to do is create a website that's acceptable to the to the credit bureaus and get this stuff going. Because my corporation is e-commerce, right? Manufacturing and e-commerce and stuff like that. So that is going to be in its own category. When it comes to like, real estate and stuff like that, that's going to be separate. So when I start doing real estate and buying and selling and building real estate, that's going to be a whole nother category. So that's going to be another corporation that I'm going to open up. Um, but one corporation at a time. And both corporation age. I got one corporation that's 5 years old. That's about to be five. I got one of them just made two. So I got two corporations, both of them over 2 years. So family, I've been at it for a long time, a long, 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 long time, and I was ignorant. So you get what I'm saying? Yeah, 5% down. So it's 5% down, and you can get a construction loan. You take that construction loan, and you borrow. You say if you want to borrow 100,000, you take 5,000. So that'd be the 5% down. You think you need to take that at closing. Now they have to cover the bill, they have to cover the city permits, they have to cover everything. And once you take that, that's when you get the whole thing going. Because remember, most of these companies deal with financing on construction. You got Rocket Mortgage, they deal with financing construction. You got Cross Country Mortgage, you got traditional banks. But if you ask me, I think my lender is better because my lender, I want to say, the second in the nation right now when it comes to home mortgages. Traditional banks tend to deny a person for whatever reason. Cross Country Mortgage is gonna snatch all that. They really money hungry, so they making sure that they meet every quota and they clearing loans like it's nothing. They clearing everything. They clearing everything. Peace King. I got a dude that builds websites. Yeah, I already got somebody working on my website. It's not my website builder, it's me. I've been holding off because I've been doing a lot. I've been too focused on the credit. I've been focusing on getting this mortgage reported on my credit report for the last 4 months, family. And since it's here now, I don't got to worry about it no more. Now I just got to go through my next step. My next step is just take off 2 late payments I had, and after that, it's over with. It's over with. It's over with right now. I can do it right now, but the only thing about it is, I just want to be, safe, fully safe, because now, summertime about to come up, family. Everything about to shake right. So the next step is to make sure I'm borrowing through the springtime and all that. I want to be borrowing and go to my institution and grab this and grab that and build this and we need to be building. Summertime. You know, by the time the summer hit. Yep. 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 I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? To qualify for a mortgage, this the crazy thing. You don't have to have nothing to get a mortgage. It's extremely easy because one thing about it is You got to understand a mortgage has the highest lien security, right? So the bank already know you can't run off with the house. You can't pick up the house and run off with it. You get what I'm saying? It's stuck in the ground forever, right? So it's extremely easy. You can have a 580 credit score. You can get a mortgage. As long as you can show financials, tax returns and everything like that, you can get it. You can get it without tax returns. All you got to do is show you can go through a program called bank statements. It's called a bank statement loan. A bank statement loan is pretty much when you apply for a mortgage and you never file taxes, and so you apply under the bank statement loan program, and you can get it just like that. You messing with Toro? Of course I mess with Toro. Ain't nothing wrong with Toro. That's another plan too, family. Cause I never told y'all about the finance in the Lamborghini Urus. That's my next step too. But I want to make sure I secure the capital for the 5% down on the build. But after that, I'm going Chicago. I'm gonna finance me a Lamborghini Urus. I want to get the orange one. Give me an orange or red Lamborghini Urus, and after I finance that, I want to put that on Toro, $700 a day. Now, one thing about a Lamborghini, this is what they said. This is the qualifications, right? So, the vehicle is 340. The vehicle is 349,000, right? The car payment is gonna be like $4,000 a month, right? $4,400 a month plus insurance, right? Insurance, an arm and a leg, about a stack, about $1,000 a month, family. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have to rent that car out every single day for $700, right? Now the reason why I won't overdo it because I want the car to actually be rented out. Trying to compete is how you lose cash flow. Now in a situation like that, $700 a day, 10 days, that's 7,000 times that about three, which is a month. That would make it $21,000. So 21,000 passively every single month. But you got fees and everything. Hopefully you can walk away with $7,000 a month positive cash flow because you still got to pay your note, you still got to pay for gas, you still got to pay for maintenance, you still got to pay for insurance, and you still got to pay Toro. So you might walk around with 8, 9,000. Hopefully, if you're lucky, 8, 9,000. You can make that every single month. And when you get some free time, when you want to go to the city, whenever I come back to Chicago, that car will be there and I can drive it when I'm there. But that's the goal. But I want to rent out luxury cars though, luxury vehicles. But one step at a time. So the first step, get the 100,000. Next step, borrow $1 million on the property. Then third step, get the Lamborghini Urus. Put everything in order. Stick to the game plan, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how you do it, bro. Speeding tickets too. Yeah, speeding tickets too. But no. Anybody who catch speeding tickets, I'm gonna tap that onto their card because what I'm gonna do is you gotta I want to say you gotta put down a route and account number to your actual account, not to your debit card. You can change our debit cards. I can make a waiver when you get any tickets or anything like that. I'm gonna know because I might have something that reads say, hey, you got two tickets. That's $150 fine you got to pay. But the plates ain't gonna be tied to my name. The plate's gonna be tied to the bid. No. I gotta no first I gotta register it under my name, then I'm gonna register it under the company name. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you say this is a company vehicle, you're required to pay like 10 to 20% down because this is a company expense. But if you in a position you say, hey, I'm using it for personal, then you can get a situation where you pay 0% down, get the 100% financing. Then you can go to the DMV, re-register the vehicle under the business, and that registration gonna cost a lot of money. Yeah, family, that registration gonna cost a lot of money, family, a lot of money. It's cold. It's cold, family. It's cold. It's cold. But yeah, so how would you do Toro as a national? Easy. Just sign up for Toro. Anybody can do Toro. Family, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? A lot of processes does not have nothing to do with being a national, family. Anytime you're dealing with commerce or funds or credit, it has nothing to do with being sovereign. I'm just so happen to follow being sovereign and being in the private. I have like when it comes to that, I make a separation on it, right? When I deal with business, I'm in the public. When I deal with my constitutional rights, I'm in the private. You get what I'm saying? Yep, 20%. Yep, they're gonna want 20% down, especially if you do it through the business. You can do it, finance it on a personal side. You don't got to put 20% down. I'm happy for you, and I want you to just friend. It's not that often when you come across people that can actually think for themselves. Appreciate it, fam. Peace and love. Definitely try to follow the blueprint. I'm paid for a consultation soon. Yes, sir. Registration is like 11%. Shit. On a $349,000 car, that's a lot. Yeah, I know they're gonna want a lot for it, but that's my goal. Get the Lamborghini Urus and rent that thing out, family. I'm talking about rent it out. Like what? Then get another one, rent that out. Then get another one, rent it out. And you can have two, three of them. You rent it out. You have one of them keep for yourself, and the other three that's renting them out, paying everything for you. You just sitting back relaxing. Like I say, family, in this economy right now, you better learn how to milk these banks till they ain't got nothing. Like you better really learn it. You better learn this system because recession is going on. People are struggling. People don't know how to feed themselves or anything. That's why I want people to know this stuff. This information is real. The only thing about it is most people not tapped in like that. Most people don't understand it because they've been sold online. They've been saying people try to teach. Look, this is the thing. People are trying to teach people how to make money in the sense of doing a business idea like selling cars or selling this and selling that. But you have to teach people how to get to the money first because no one has the real capital means to really succeed. You get what I'm saying? Nobody has the real means to succeed, the real cash. Nobody have just 10,000 they can just dump off. Most people don't have that right now, right? So that's why my goal is just to teach you. I could teach you how to skip 5, 10 steps, and you would be an entrepreneur and put yourself in a position. Now you can hop into any field and dominate. You can hop into any field and dominate. Hairline check. You funny. I mean, getting license plates. I don't get what you're saying, family. Oh boy. I don't get what you're saying. Oh boy. But yeah, family. So yeah, it's a recession going on. People are struggling. The government not gonna take care of you. Nobody not gonna take care of you. That's why, it just I don't know. It's sad, but it's a game too. You gotta know how to play it. I told my wife that today. I'm like, it's a game. This shit is a game, y'all. Nothing is real. Like this is an assimilation game. Like y'all ever seen the Matrix? We are literally living in the Matrix. We are in the Matrix right now, like an assimilation. Nothing is real. The homes is not real. The money's not real. Nothing's real. Digital system. Everything digital. That's why the hardworking people is losing in the digital system. Because you got to think, if you was living in the 1920s to the 1970s and you was a construction worker, you was the man. You was the fucking man. You was the damn man. If you was a plumber in 1999, you was the man. If you was the hard worker in the 90s, you was the man. Today, you got a little kid who playing with toys and blocks doing content, making millions of dollars. You have all of this high technology that's coming, and they wiping out the hard workers. You got robots that's building houses. So how you gonna compete with that? You get what I'm saying? So it's like in this age, I was born into this generation, so this is my generation. But you got people, really, I wouldn't even say this is my generation because I'm 28, but it's people out there that's 21 and they so well connected in this economy and understand how the digital side works, and they winning. More like 8K for insurance if you renting out a month. Yeah. No, 8K, that's way too much. Hell no. 1 to 2,000 a month. No way. Ain't no insurance unless you went renting out a Bugatti Veyron. That's different. But for the most part, family, yeah, if you was working construction in the 90s, you was the man. If you did hard work in the 90s, or you was the man. But today it's like everything e-commerce, especially like hard workers don't mean nothing no more. People hard working, they don't get shit. You don't get nothing. They don't get nothing for hard work no more. Hard work don't give you nothing. Idiots is getting rich. Like me, I'm the idiot. Idiots is getting $100,000 from the banks. Complete idiots. People don't have no clue about what hard work is. That's what I'm saying. You got to adapt to the world. This world is not the world that we was under. We're not under that same world no more. For the Toro, how would I get a license plate for a car, or can I use private plates? No, you can use regular state plates. You're renting it out, so it's not like it's not your personal car. It's gonna be in the name of the company. So if it's in the name of the company, you good. It's illegal to charge a ticket on a rental car. Boy, no, you got it. No, you can't charge a ticket because even though they rent it, if they go past a light and they flash it, whatever company is gonna get penalized for it, and the company penalized the individual. I remember I had rented a car and I had caught $700 in tickets. But the ticket was like a couple hundred, but the company charged another fee for every time that I had another ticket. I had like 20 tickets, and they charge a fee on every ticket. And I was like, dang, yeah, they can do that. Give me a shout out, please. Y'all, shout out to Dan's Girl 24. Peace and love, family. Those late payments not easy to get off. Let me know when you get those off. Those easy to get off, family. Those easy. The one I'm talking about is easy. We're gonna get those off ASAP. I already called the company. I sent them my certified mail. I'm about to call them every single day to make sure that this stuff get off ASAP, family. But like I said, family, back to what I'm saying. This world is a whole different world. We are playing in the simulation. We are not in the real world. We are in the digital world. We are digital money. We are fake money, fake assets, fake everything. Everything fake. And that's why you play the game to win. Because back then, it used to be times people work 12-hour shifts in the cold, putting coal inside of a train, and those people made money. But today, like you working for debt, it's all debt. Everything backdated, everything debt. No, it's not no real money today. Everything is fake, fam. Everything is fake. Nothing is real. Nothing is real, family. Nothing. None of this stuff that we work for today is real. Nothing. We got robots who make you a hamburger at McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gonna learn it, or it's gonna make you suffer. You're either gonna struggle or suffer because you're not understanding what's going on. And it's easy. Exactly. You don't pay for any of my services. Just watch my videos. Just watch my videos. Pay attention. Write down notes. Execute. Execute. Don't waste no time. Don't waste no time. You got a family to feed, so don't waste no time. Get right to it. Execute. Don't do nothing stupid with your credit. Make sure you build it up, get it right, and take off. Yeah, family. Yeah. What's Ricky info? You have to text me, family. If any of y'all want Ricky info to clear up y'all credit report, text me at 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Don't be a slave to the system. Facts. Facts. People are struggling, so why would they pay $700 a day to rent cars? Because people rather pay to rent a car just to look good than to actually live good. Same way at Nike and everything advertised. Of course, some person to pay $700 a day. Who wouldn't to look good? Poor people do it all the time. Who would pay $300 for shoes knowing they light bill is $300? What you think? It's a game, family. And we so caught up in the assimilation that people will pay for it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, just the flex. Who wouldn't drive a Lamborghini for $700 a day? The average person who don't have a clue about the world. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they pay $700. A 19-year-old in Chicago, and it's in the summertime, and he just got 1,500 to his name. Yeah, he'll rent it out for $700. Yeah, he'll rent it out. And no deposits. I'm gonna tell you, no, I don't require deposits either. You can just pay it to rent it out. You know, And if you spent over a certain amount of time, what happened is the car just shut off by itself. It tell you like we about to turn off the car, fully turn off, and soon you'll be in the middle of the street. It'll stop, it turn on the hazard lights, and then stop, and I have to come pick it up. Yep. Yeah, family. You said they, you said they want to pay $700 to drive a Lamborghini. You think people what? You crazy? Who wouldn't? I knew I would. I still probably would. I'll pay $700 to drive a Lamborghini for one day. That would give me a lot of motivation. Instant credit boost, that's good, but that's only boosting the score. You need to boost them profiles. You need to put installments on your profile. You need to add revolving accounts on your profile just to enhance it even more, family. You need to put that meat on there. Put the meat and the bones on there to really strengthen that profile out. I just tried it, brought my score from 0 to 7.6. That's good. That's good, family. Yeah, just make sure you add more accounts. About 10, 12 accounts is good. You go to Tumo, you can go through 1 million accounts, family, 1 million. And Tumo only reported, it only reports to TransUnion. So yeah, family. We at Enterprise charge. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all charge how much? We at Enterprise rent a car in California charge $1,500 a day renting a Lamborghini. You do that every single day. You rent a Lamborghini in California. That's how much you make a month. That can make $45,000 a month. Now, that's not gonna be profit, but no, it can be. I don't know, but it's a lot in profit. I can tell you that. Like I say, fam, this is a game, fam. Let's play this game with me. Play it. And so once we go through the first one, once we clear the first one, I'm gonna show you guys. Put it on the table. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna look. This how you do it. Give y'all the references. I'm gonna get y'all in contact with certain people, and then on top of that, we do the next thing. Then we do the next one. Then we do the next one. Then we do the next one. And we just keep building like that. Just keep building. And anybody can do it. You don't got to be special. You don't have to have no knowledge or credit. You can be an idiot and don't know nothing. Just learn exactly. Here exactly what I'm saying in this video. You don't have to have any knowledge. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be nothing. Like, you know, and that's crazy. The richest people in the world don't know nothing. It's the people that went to college do, right? All right, I'm out, family. Anybody need any services from me? Anybody need help with anything, family? Just contact me at 224-463-1848. Again, my phone number is 224-463-1848, family. Again, it is 224-463-1848. Yeah, fam. Would you sleep with Donald Trump? What the fuck? Do it like I sleep with some damn Donald Trump? That's some gay shit. That's a lot of things I do for money, but no, I won't ever do no stuff like that. Banks will give you money for free, but you need to be smart with it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, how you did it? How did you get 3,700 subscribers? Yeah, yep. Shout out, bro. Yep. Just hit me up, family. Anytime y'all need any process from me, anything. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. We're gonna talk. Um, we gonna lay down the board, family. Tomorrow, get y'all credit right. Get to working on y'all credit. Build yourself up. Get everything going. Again, my phone number is 224-463-1848. Again, it is 224-463-1848. If you want to get any of my process, just say, hey, send me your list. Send me anything you offer. And I'm going to go ahead and send you my list over. I'm out. Peace and love, family. Blessings, family. Just text me. Say, hey, send me list. Send me your